All right, it is Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for the NPL Video Game Club, specifically installment number 81, believe it or not, on this Friday, September 2nd, already in September. These months, these days, they're flying by. So happy September to you all. Hope you're all doing well. And yeah, right now, according to my weather app, it's 75 degrees, sunny here in Norwalk, Connecticut. So hopefully in your neck of the woods, it's pretty nice. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. As always, your host here, Aldo. Thank you, Sam, for coming on in. How are you doing, buddy? And you know what? Let me see if, because the funny thing is the program I used to do the stream, it had a big update. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Just for whatever reason, sometimes, I don't know why it didn't pick up your previous messages there, Sam, but how are you, Sam? Hope you'll feel better soon. COVID stinks. It affects everyone in different ways. For example, me, it hit me right back on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, actually. And I was out. I was out for like a good week. So hopefully your symptoms aren't that crazy, that severe. For me, I had headache, I had fever, chills, aches, super fatigue, like I got hit by a steamroller. So hopefully for you, it's nowhere near as severe as that. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But hope you're well. Other than that, and yeah, you said, did you start school already, or? Because I know back in this area, it's pretty. We just started school. Well, not we, but the district started earlier this week for high school, middle school, elementary school, I think, as well. So everybody's back at school this week. Just got an original Nintendo DS Lite. Okay, nice. I'm trying to remember which ones I had. I had the original DS, the big gray one that came with the Metroid. It was a demo. I don't think it was called Metroid Prime. It was called Metroid. So it was like a first-person spin-off of Metroid Prime. I also had the DSi, as well as the original 3DS. Those are the ones I have. Hey, Amphibious, what's going on? I'm back, but sadly my thumb is fractured. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I got a warning of an arm. Oh, wow. Please lock up. Be safe. Hopefully, keep all of your doors locked, windows locked. You need to be very careful with that. Absolutely. Don't keep your lights on either. Don't hunker down, buddy. Please. Be very, very, very safe. And you don't even have to be on the internet for something like that. Please be with your family. So, best thoughts to you and your family. That's crazy. The world we live in, it's a wild thing to think about. But yeah, please stay safe, buddy. My thoughts are with you on that. Nonetheless, I do need to get to business here with the library. So I need to talk about a couple things happening here at the library. First things first. This Monday is Labor Day. So the library will be closed on Monday, September 5th, in observance of Labor Day. So obviously don't go to the library on Monday because no one will be home. So business will resume on Tuesday, September 6th, and business will be as normal. But just in observance of Labor Day, we will not be open. So for those of you who do observe the holiday, please stay safe, enjoy time off, but also reflect on those who, put in the work and sacrifice time away from loved ones and family to make that bread, right? To make that dream happen. So let's Let's all be good. But yeah, library is closed on Monday. And repeating what I did last week, if you were here last week, you noticed that there was a little bit of a glitch with this graphic. It has since been fixed. So we recently had a giant, kind of like a study room type thing installed at the library. And we need your help to name the pod. So there's going to be a list of 5 choices below. And you're going to pick your favorite name. So let me run down the list here. Number 1 is Chamber of Reflection. Number 2 is Creative Oasis. 3, Sanctuary Study, or Study Sanctuary. 4, The Study. Or 5, Think Tank. So from that list below, choose your favorite entrant there, or suggestion, I should say, and then send an email over to Cindy at cleahy@norwalkpl.org to cast your vote. Voting deadline is on September 10th, which will be next Saturday, September 10th. And yeah, put your vote in, and then it'll have a name. So if you were at the library as well, check it out. It's kind of like it's not weird, but it just stands out. It's something more modern that we have at the library, and it's a little bit different. It's quite popular. People tend to book time for it, to be in there. People do there to do homework or study or go through a Zoom call or whatever it may be. And yeah, we could use your help in naming this particular pod. And last but not least, I ran a poll last week. If you were here with us, I completed Cuphead. I completed the fights against King Dice and the Devil. And I thought I would be doing the DLC, but I wanted to leave a poll up on the Norwalk Public Library Twitter account, which is at NorwalkLibCT. And I left a couple choices here for people to choose what game to play next. So the choices are as follows, or were as follows. Cuphead, The Last Course DLC, Fall Guys, Sonic Origins Collection, and the recently released TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cowabunga Collection. And as you can see, the results are there. Cowabunga Collection won with a landslide votes, 12 votes in total, with 83.3%. And yeah, full disclosure, I voted for Cuphead because I just figured, you know what, I beat the game, let me just beat the DLC too. But I want to leave it up to you. You know, this is, if anything, if not anything else, this is a group effort here on the NPL Video Game Club. So with that said, yeah, I'm going to be playing through Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. So this just came out, I believe, on Thursday, though some people were able to get it earlier in the week, but I believe yesterday was technically the official release of the game. So the Cowabunga Collection assembles 13 classic TMNT games by Konami in one incredible package. This collection provides a unique opportunity for gamers to experience these immensely popular and very influential games, and includes a fantastic set of new quality of life features, such as online play and local couch play, co-op play, anywhere saves and rewind features. 11 of the games have Japanese versions included. Custom button mapping. There are archives of unique development art and sketches, as well as historic TMNT media content. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection is available for Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, as well as PC, which is what I'm doing today. I'm playing it on Steam. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Let me switch on over here and catch up on the chat. Also, I thought we were going to do Cuphead DLC or Night in the Woods. Yeah, so Amphibious, I left it as a vote in the Twitter. Again, I left the Cuphead DLC, and to be fair, I did forget about Night in the Woods. I don't have it, though, on Steam, so I don't even have it, to be honest. But I did leave Cuphead DLC up on the poll that we had on our Twitter channel, Twitter page, which is right above me. Our social medias there, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And yeah, Cowabunga Collection won landslide vote. So, you know, I got to go with what the people choose. How did TMNT? Well, it just came out. Just came out this week. So it's very, very fresh on everyone's minds. And a lot of people who are streaming are playing it. So there's that. So let me boot it up. I actually just downloaded it last night. And I haven't played it. I haven't even booted it up yet. So this will be brand new to me. So I might need to tweak it a little bit in terms of resolution and all that, but we'll see. And let me see if it shows up on screen for you guys here. Okay, looks like it's showing up for you guys. All right. All right. Look at that. Okay. 8-Bit Glitch 79, what is going on, my friend? Happy Friday to you. So for those of you, obviously you don't know, but this past weekend was Retro World Expo in Hartford, Connecticut. And I actually hung out with 8-Bit Glitch 79. He was very, very nice and offered to share his hotel room with me. So I made the trek up to Hartford, stayed there for the weekend, hung out with 8-Bit Glitch 79, met a whole bunch of people. A lot of people that I haven't seen in a couple years, and it was a good time, good time. So thank you again, 8-Bit Glitch 79, for opening up your hotel room for me to bunk with you, and it was cool. Thank you for the memories, thank you for hanging out, and thank you for being an awesome person. I wanted the DLC, or at least Night in the Woods. I know, I'm sorry, Amphibious. I'll be honest, what's next? Mario Collection includes every lost game. I doubt Nintendo would do that. Nintendo's very weird when it comes to doing what the fans want. Nintendo kind of does what they think they want to do, or fans want, and then they don't really do compilations, you know? Kind of like this, Cowabunga Collection takes a whole bunch of games from the 8-bit and 16-bit eras, as well as arcade games, puts them all together. Nintendo isn't really known for doing that. They did do on the Wii, I believe they did a Super Mario Brothers All-Stars, which was Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3. And I think that was it. Again, that's really just a carryover from the Super Nintendo, because they did it for Super Nintendo back in the day. So Nintendo doesn't really do compilations, collections. They don't. That's not really their thing. They copied Sonic Origins with special animated intro. I wouldn't say copied, because again, technically Ninja Turtles, well, not technically, Ninja Turtles has been around longer than Sonic. And this was, that animated intro was basically an homage to the original 1980s cartoon that was for Ninja Turtles. So it's not ripping off of Sonic, because Turtles did it first. So Sonic, if anything, the reason why Sonic had an animated intro for Origins is that was actually an homage to a game in the 90s called Sonic CD, which had an animated intro. So Sonic Origins was playing homage to Sonic CD, and Ninja Turtles, what I just saw now, is just playing homage to the cartoon from the 80s. So let me check here the options. So let's see. All right. Let me just double check here. Seems I can't change the resolution, so 720p is as good as it gets. It's unfortunate. VSync on, vibration off. Yeah, I don't think I need vibration because these games never had it before. Let me check Turtles' Lair. Okay, so this is a recreation of the Turtles' home, where they live in the sewers. So before I start a game, let me just check out what's going on here. NES Ultimate, well, on 3DS, that was the, I could have sworn those were just mini games, like NES Remix, I think is what you're talking about. His NES remix originally was on the Wii or Wii U, I think Wii U. And then they brought it to 3DS, but it's not the full games. I'm pretty sure it's just slices of those NES games that were kind of put into like a big mega mix. Retro World was a great weekend, indeed, indeed. It goes without saying. I picked this collection up myself. Love TMNT, of course, yeah. I got Last of Us Part 1, Firefly Edition on PS5 today in the mail. Oh, so it's called Firefly Edition, I guess the collector's edition for that. Sonic CD, kind of boring. I don't find much joy in it. It's different. It changes things up from, oh wow, look at that. All right. Yeah, Sonic CD changes things up. I mean, it was a weird game when it came out. It's really good in terms of changing, like spicing things up from Sonic 1 to Sonic 2. It's not for everyone, though. Alright, so look at this. You have hand-drawn recreations of the games here. So you've got Game Boy games. So you got Turtles 3 Radical Rescue in the top left. Turtles Mutant Warriors, which is the Japanese Super Famicom box. Super Nintendo in red there. Turtles in Time. Turtles Hyperstone Heist. You also have the Japanese box underneath it. Turtles 2, the arcade game for the original Famicom. Turtles 1 on the top right. Turtles arcade game underneath it, and Manhattan Project underneath it. And then you also have Turtles 2 as well on the bottom right. Different, oh, look at this. Okay, so you can look at game boxes and game manuals. Look at that. All right, so this is a cool thing, because normally with compilations, you don't see this type of stuff. They normally don't throw them in. I think they got good difficulty control, though. What you talking about? The Sonic Origins? Your Firefly Edition in the collector's set comes with the DLC and the 4 comic books with redone cover art and steelbook. Oh, okay, nice. Fun fact, I've never played Last of Us. I have a PS4, and I think I told this to 8-Bit Glitch. I only have it to play Blu-rays. I don't use it to play games. Because I've gone PC now. I've been PC for many years. And now that they're releasing these games on PC for Sony, Last of Us I can finally play on computer. I don't have to play it on console. Playing Pokemon Leaf Green. Nice, Sam. Last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Yellow. Way back in the day. Alright, so this is the this is the box art for the NES version of the game. So this art, if you're not familiar with the Turtles, for example, Sam or Amphibious, some of the younger viewers here, you may be wondering why the Turtles all have red bandanas, right? So Turtles was originally a comic book. And in that comic book, it wasn't as family friendly as the Turtles are now. It was a little bit more hardcore, I guess. And in the comics, the Turtles all had red bandanas. They never had colors. It was just all the same color. They had different weapons, but they had the same color bandana. So this literally, I think, is the cover. Correct me if I'm wrong, 8-Bit Glitch 79. I believe this is the cover of one of the comics, maybe one of the last issues of the comics, because the comics were in black and white. But this cover is, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe this was a reprint of one of the later reissues of the comics, but this is definitely set to be in line with the comic look of the Turtles, not the cartoon. They were read in the comics. Yes, Sam. You're actually 13. Okay, cool. The expo was epic indeed. Yes, I also ran into Jet Set 10. Good seeing you, buddy. Happy Friday to you. Don't know they released special editions for The Last of Us again. That's one of my fave games. Yeah, okay. I have autographs from the artists who drew the first 2 NES covers. The first cover is issue number 4. All right. And look at that. So you may be wondering, why does it say Ultra Games, right? Why does it say Ultra Games? Is there a way to pan? Oh, okay, yes. So yeah, Ultra Games. All right, so the 80s were weird times for games, and Konami, who released this game, Nintendo used to have very, very strict rules for companies to make games on the NES, and they took a lot of money from these companies, and Nintendo took a big chunk of money compared to the developers who made the game. So Konami, in order to make a little bit of extra money, they decided to come up with this name Ultra Games in order to like bypass that stuff and so they could make more money than normal. So you'll notice on the box it doesn't say Konami. It just says Ultra Games. No Konami at all. Like it's not on here. And the reason why is because Konami for America, they made this fake company called Ultra Games who only did games on NES. And it was a way for them to make a little extra cash. So, you know, it's a little bit of weird part of history. Square Pegs, what's up, man? Happy Friday to you. How are you, buddy? I'm an absolute nerd for video game history, which I knew a lot of, but for TMT, I know mostly nothing. All right. Well, hey, if you can learn a little bit of something, Ultra Games... Look it up online, Konami Ultra Games. They released quite a few games under this banner. The Turtles games for one. What else was Ultra Games? I believe Skate or Die, I think, was also Ultra Games. A lot of games over Konami. So I think maybe even things like Gradius might have been Ultra Games. Metal Gear. Metal Gear was Ultra Games. Quite a few. Top Gun. No, Top Gun for NES, I think had the Konami logo on it, so it wasn't Ultra Games. Yeah, believe it or not. That one actually was safe. Oh, okay, so cool. You get the Geki Kame Ninja Den. Japan, Famicom. This is the front. So this is the Japanese version of Ninja Turtles for NES. But in Japan, the Nintendo Entertainment System was called Famicom, which was short for Family Computer. Now notice in the Japanese one, it does say Konami right there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mirage Studios, copyright, all rights reserved, trademark to Konami. So in Japan, they didn't do any of that Ultra Games stuff. Because that wasn't a thing in Japan. Only in the US. So you can see how different the colors were in Japan. So in Japan, they used a lot of vibrant colors. So like Famicom games used yellow, blue, orange, red, purple, black. As opposed to in America, a lot of our boxes were just black or silver. We didn't really use a lot of colors. In Japan, they're all about... You're at the store, you see a color that stands out, it's going to grab your attention, you're probably going to choose that game instead of something that's a little bit more bland. And this is Turtles 2, the arcade game. So again, you'll also see it says Ultra Games. No Konami. So this was the NES version of the arcade game that came out. Because there was a game that came out first from Konami, they slapped number 2 on this, the arcade game. This is the one that most people who grew up in the 80s played first. Probably didn't play the first game. This was the one that everyone knew about. This is the one I had. And even though the NES looked nothing like the arcade, the NES version of the game really did a really good job in keeping the spirit of the arcade version alive. Can you say Top Gun is sus? I'm not sure what that means. Top Gun was a good game. It's very hard, but it's a pretty good game. Did you know that in Europe, the name was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles? Yes. So I'm actually surprised they don't have the European box here. So here's the arcade game for Japan, Famicom. Now you may notice here on the right, look at this on the side. So those turtles in the underneath the sewer, the manhole cover, that's actually a screenshot from the live-action movie from 1990, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's interesting that they put a screenshot of the live-action movie in the game, because the game had nothing to do with the movie. So that's interesting that they did that. But notice, look at how more dynamic the Japanese box is. Notice the letters all have vibrant colors, very comic book style. In America, you don't get that. It's something in Japan. They've always been about just being so vibrant and just catching your eye. There were 17 Ultra games. Okay. You have a kitten besides you? Yeah, I'm just going through the stuff what's going on here. Manhattan Project. It's really cool that they have and look, you can go deep on these things, you know. So these scans are really good quality. That's awesome. Very, very cool stuff. Notice Turtles 3 finally has Konami. No Ultra games anymore. So by this time, Konami stopped using the Ultra Games logo. They just went with it. I'm pretty sure this is also a cover from the comics. But yeah, cool stuff. Turtles 2, also Famicom here. Manhattan Project. Notice the vibrant colors again, right? Oh my god, look at that. It's, again, the difference between America and Japan, it's pretty wild. Tournament Fighters, which is also in here. Expensive game nowadays. Luckily, you have it in this collection. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to get this. So yeah, it's cool stuff. You even get manuals. Look at that. You can look at the manuals of the games. That is cool. Look at that. Wow, they scanned the man. That is cool. That is very cool. That's cool. If you want a blast from the past, you could check this stuff out. Presentation is half the turtles, half the battle. Yeah, you're right, Jetson 10. Is there a Genesis game? Yes, there's Hyperstone Heist as well as Tournament Fighters for Genesis, which would be on here. Oh, look at that. There's ads, magazine ads. Look at this. Whoa. So this would be stuff you would see in a comic book or gaming magazines like GamePro, Electronic Gaming Monthly, Nintendo Power. They scanned a magazine. That is cool. So the Jetson 10, 8-bit glitch, square pegs, you guys would love this stuff. This is stuff that we would see as kids. Flipping through magazines, you would see advertisements. This is how you get excited over a game, because you got to keep in mind, this was before the internet. There was no internet back then. So the only way you would find out about games was by going to the supermarket or the library or the gaming or the bookstore, flipping through the magazines and seeing ads for games that are coming out. Look at that. That is cool. So yeah, these are legit advertisements you would see back in the day. Look at that, you even got the handheld. The handheld game, look at that. Who had that? I didn't have that. But yes, it was a black and white screen. It never changed. This is how we played games back in the day. This is an advertisement for the arcade game. So if you played Turtles in the arcade, this would be the side of the cabinet. Especially with live action April. That's the way the arcade cabinet would look. That is cool. Love the Eastman and Laird artwork on a TMNT box. Yeah, the Manhattan Project? Yeah. Does anybody remember Call of Duty on the DS? Really? There was a Call of Duty on the DS? That's news to me. No Pizza Hut coupon on the back of TMNT 2, though. Oh, yeah. But I believe, didn't the limited run or the physical version of this, weren't they giving away a coupon? I believe was the big deal. They recreated the Pizza Hut coupon. Oh, wait, look at that. There's the live-action Turtles here. Look at that. From the movie. And they're in the Japanese ad again for the arcade game. Look at that. So that's cool. Media kits. So this is stuff that was only sent to people who worked at arcades, arcade owners, or press. So these are like press releases and flyers that if you owned a video game store or an arcade, this would be stuff that Konami or Ultra Games would send you in the mail to try to get you to buy their stuff to have in your store or arcade. So this wasn't meant for the regular people like us. This was meant for people who ran a business. There you go, Metal Gear, again, Ultra Games. Kyle Reese from Terminator. Yeah, so these are things, these weren't meant for us. These were meant for businesses so that they would try to persuade businesses to buy their items. I think it's funny how back in the day, the Christmas wish lists were just for kids. Like on the back of the Mario sleeping bag, there would be a gun cabinet. Yeah, you're right. Call of Duty on the DS was actually 5 games. Cancelled a hoax? Was it? I don't even know. I never even heard about it, to be honest. Even Scott the Woz made a video about them. Okay. Call of Duty on Switch. Ah, okay. Look, you even get comic books. Look at this. So this is the original. You can actually... Oh, these are covers. Okay. So these are the covers of the comics. Look at that. That is cool. Black and white and color. Here's the one from the NES, as 8-Bit Glitch said. Turtles number 4. So that's cool. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Animated shows. Alright, so there's screenshots of the cartoons. Look at that. All 80s Turtles, 2000s Turtles. I think this is the CG one. Yep. Rise of the... I don't even know about this one. That's new to me. Look at that. Behind the scenes. Oh, you get concept drawings and all that. Look at that. That is cool. You can listen to music from the games. They even made cassettes. Look at that. Even though the original Turtles, it's listed as Turtles in Time for some reason. Very strange. That is cool. Look at that. There's even a strategy guide. Holy smokes, they made a legit strategy guide for the game. The developers of this one, Digital Eclipse, made an actual strategy guide. Holy cow. That is cool. Maybe the younger viewers wouldn't care so much about this, but for some of us older people, this is how we lived. This is how we played games, looking at strategy guides. You know, you didn't look up YouTube videos because that didn't exist back then. So that is cool. That is very cool. Man. So the cartoons, you can't watch them on here. It just shows you screenshots. So these are the games. So starting with Turtles, the arcade original. Turtles in Time, arcade version. Turtles in Time, the Super Nintendo version. Tournament Fighters, which this is the Super Nintendo version. I really like this layout. This literally looks like you're looking at the comic book. That's cool. Turtles Hyperstone Heist. So, Amphibious, you were asking about Genesis. So, Super Nintendo had Turtles in Time, and Genesis had Hyperstone Heist. Depending on who you talk to, some people prefer Turtles in Time. Others prefer Hyperstone Heist. I'm a Genesis guy. I prefer Hyperstone Heist. Technically, Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo looks better, but I feel Hyperstone Heist is faster, and I feel the combo mechanics are a bit better. And I think the final boss was better in Hyperstone Heist. Tournament Fighters for Genesis. Look at that. Ninja Turtles for the NES. So this is the one that started it all. Legendarily difficult game. Looks like it runs at 60 FPS. The menus do, yeah. I mean, on the stream, you should be able to see it at 60 FPS. As far as the games, I don't know. I don't know how the games run. We'll find out in a few. I'm just kind of gushing in this whole layout here. This is cool stuff. Arcade game for the NES. So this is the arcade port on the NES. Turtles 2. Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. So this was not in the arcades. This was an original game for the NES. Tournament Fighters for the NES. Which is probably the least played version of the Tournament Fighters. Ball of the Foot Clan, which was on the Game Boy. I've never played this. I've never played any of the Game Boy games. So I think it'd be very cool to maybe try these out, too. Turtles 2, Back from the Sewers, also a Game Boy game. Sure does. Genesis, yeah. 100% agreed, Aldo. Love Hyperstone Heist. Yeah, it depends on who you ask, you know. Be sure to check the enhancements for each game, too, Aldo. Nice little improvement. Oh, enhancements, really? Oh, so like back? Oh, infinite lives. Look at this. You can choose where you want to start. You can just warp. Okay. Turtles 3 Radical Rescue. Also a Game Boy game. This one definitely seems to run at 60 FPS. Helpful map icons. Enables map icons that shows the locations of bosses, kidnapped friends, and key cards. Look at that. You could, so the arcade game God Mode. Become immune to most damage and able to defeat most enemies with a single hit. Wow. Nightmare Mode. Toggles a mode in the arcade game that dramatically increases the number of enemies. Alright, well, I will leave... There's so many games to choose from. I will leave the floor open to all of you watching. Thank you for watching. What game should I start off with? The arcade games? Should I go to the NES games? Genesis games? Super Nintendo? Or Genesis? What say you? I leave it in your hand. Or Game Boy. Do I do Game Boy? I wish this was like Sonic Origins. In Origins, you gotta buy most of the special stuff. Why would you want to buy everything if it's all available from the get-go? If it's all available from the get-go, I mean, that's even better. Never played Tournament Fighters. This is a must-have already. Yeah, I haven't even played a game yet. But just, so this is, right now, I think it's $39.99. On PC, I was able to get it on sale for 32 bucks. You know, so... I mean, hey, considering a lot of these games for NES and even Genesis and all that are worth, you know, some of them are in the hundreds. I think, assuming the emulation is good on these games, it's a must-have for sure. Hyperstone Heist, says Sam. TMNT 1 says Amphibious Gaming. Sam has it right, says SquarePeg, so that's 2 for Hyperstone Heist. Oh, you meant wasn't. Okay, okay. Alright, so you know Hyperstone Heist. Let's do that. Alright, so let me go Hyperstone Heist. What enhancements are here? Starting level, friendly fire. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, so here you go. Listen to that old Konami jingle. The way things were back then. They're not like that anymore. It's all good, Amphibious, no worries. You're good, buddy. You're good. Alright, so this is the one I had growing up. Because I had a Genesis. And I remember about 7 years ago, or maybe 7 years ago, this game, Genesis, started becoming... It just started going up and up in price. Pretty wild. I think it's still going for well over $100. Probably closer to 200 these days. You like that it's not like Origins? Yes, yes, absolutely. Get your quarters. Well, technically, this one wasn't an arcade game. Just a start. Let's kick shell. Alright, normal. Yes, I want to increase my lives. I want to increase my continues. Color mode, anime, comic. I don't even remember what so it's either it's based on the cartoon or the comic. So let's do the cartoon. And question is, what are the buttons? Right? It says something about binding the buttons, so ooh, question is, who do I pick? Leo, Mike, Donnie, or Raph? Who do I pick? What say you? What say you? Who do I choose? Sam says Donatello. Does anybody else have another chime in that they'd like to say? Who do I choose? Squarepeg says Donatello. All right. That's 2 for Donatello. I guess that's what we're going with. Poor Statue of Liberty always gets the short end of the stick here. This is April O'Neil reporting. Uh-oh. Right now, the Statue of Liberty and Manhattan are disappearing. I have the treasured Hyperstone from Dimension X, and it's only a matter of time before I conquer the world. Turtles, I dare you to challenge me. Ha ha ha. Hey Shredder, what's going on? We won't let you get away with that. We'll find you with our high-energy detector. What a story. What a deep story, right? Scene 1, New York City. Alright, I gotta figure out the buttons here. So jump, attack. So again, it's not the deepest game, but it's fun, especially when you're playing with more than one person, so... Always want to blow up the barrels. I don't remember if in this game can you do a dash? I don't recall. Again, Donatello's all about the reach. You don't have to be right in front of them to be able to kill them. Get some pizza. But of course, want to get these guys first. Oh, I didn't get the pizza in time. Jeez. That was my mistake. Could have sworn, what? There was a dash in this game, right? I remember there being a dash. I feel like if I say one wrong thing, all the TMNT fans gotta jump on me. I mean, look, everybody has a different opinion. That's okay. You gotta love that swingy Genesis music. Yeah, you know? So the Genesis and Super Nintendo were two different things, right? Like, one side of the camp was Genesis, which is the one I was on. And then one side of the camp was Super Nintendo. They're two different sides of the same coin, right? So Super Nintendo had better colors. Sprites usually looked bigger. And sound, depending on the game. could be a little bit more accurate to the arcade. Now, that being said, Super Nintendo games usually, especially when it came to beat 'em ups, were a little bit slower. And sometimes they had to sacrifice stuff. Like, for example, Final Fight, in terms of beat 'em ups, there's a big sacrifice. Beat 'em ups, they're fine if you play on your own, but they're really meant to be played with friends, right? So Final Fight was a 2-player game in the arcade, and when it came out on Super Nintendo, it was only 1 player. And they also cut one of the characters. So it was fewer characters, and you could only play as one. Now, Genesis, the colors may not be as bright or vibrant like Super Nintendo, but the gameplay was usually faster, more arcade accurate, and the sound used sometimes, if it wasn't as accurate the arcade, because the Genesis sound chip was a little bit more punchy with bass and stuff like that. It felt more lively. But again, different depends on who you ask. For me, I'm Genesis all day. Not to say anything bad about the Super Nintendo, but the Genesis versions of games gelled with me more. Do you accept any questionable games? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Amphibious. Streets of Rage, yeah, Streets of Rage, classic game. Wonderful, legendary game. Could have sworn there was a... Ah, there it is. There's the run button. There it is. Alright, so it's... By default, it's Y. Alright. I was wondering, like, why wasn't I doing the dash? Alright, got the pizza right in time. Don't want to fall in the hole here. Alright, so the fire hydrant. I want to hit other foot soldiers with it. Alright, so that other attack I'm doing is taking away my life, so I do need to be careful with it. Alright, so I can either go up or down. Usually the throws are automatic KO. Alright. So in the NES version, you gotta watch out for the cars. They will get you. Now, you don't need to get all the enemies at once. There's no reason to. You just divide and conquer. This is how you play smart. Take your time, no reason to rush. And I should have known that was coming. That was totally on me. I should, and in the NES the cars would get you. I should have remembered. Alright, so the bomb, that gives me that gives me a special move that gets rid of all the enemies. So that helps. Alright, use that dash. I don't want to fall in the hole. You want to telegraph the attacks of the enemies. Want to try to go for those grabs. Absolutely. Never heard your opinion on Mighty Final Fight. Only mentioning it because I seen it at the expo. Oh, actually, believe it or not, 8-Bit Glitch, I think, did get Mighty Final Fight. So, Mighty Final Fight, for those of you who don't know, Final Fight, as I mentioned before, one of the first beat 'em ups that was out there, aside from Double Dragon. So, Mighty Final Fight is a version of Final Fight where the first one was kind of gritty, not realistic, but it had like a gritty, grimy, underground fight type vibe to it. Mighty Final Fight, on the other hand, what they did is that came out for the NES, and they basically chibi-fied it. So what I mean by that is in Japan, they just shrunk everyone down to like cute proportions, and it's a very tongue-in-cheek, light-hearted version of the game, which is expensive now because it wasn't a very widely available game. It's fine. I never played it too much to really give a deep authority on it. Is it worth the money that they're asking for? No, but it's fine enough. It's just because it's cutesified, it's not really going to have. I mean, Final Fight never, really, at least the first game, never really had a lot of depth to it. It's very simple because it was one of the first beat 'em ups. It didn't really have a lot of mechanics to have deepness to it or depth, I should say. That's where the other beat 'em ups, like Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage took what Final Fight had, the formula, and it expanded that formula. And eventually, when you got to like Streets of Rage 2, it perfected that formula. And I think Final Fight never could catch up to Streets of Rage in terms of that. Not to say that Final Fight's a bad game. It's not. It's a very, very fun, legendary game. It's just nowhere near as deep. I think, and especially in terms of replay value, I don't think it's as high as Streets of Rage. But yeah, Mighty Final Fight is fine. I don't think Capcom has ever released it, though, in any collection. So that's probably why it's so much money. It's never been released in a compilation, so you need to get it on NES. And that's it. It's the only way to get it. By the way, you accept any games with heavy topics? Sure. You know, again, gaming can be stuff like this, where it's just you play it for 15 minutes and have fun. There's also deeper topics, yeah. You know, like for example, Walking Dead, right? Telltale released the Walking Dead games, which deal with the idea of, if there's a zombie apocalypse that happens, what are you going to do if, let's say, your best friend becomes a zombie? Are you going to take them down, put them out of their misery, or are you just going to freeze up in the moment and you can't do it? It's issues like that. I mean, there's also games that deal with like mental health, loss in the family, depression, things like that, social anxiety. So, I mean, gaming is a wonderful way where you can talk about subjects that are pretty heavy. It doesn't have to be just roses and fun. But again, it's not for everyone. But that's the thing. Gaming can be pretty deep if you bring it, or if you look for it. No, you're not getting me. He's gonna come after me again. You want to make sure you use that dash. It's gonna be your best friend. That slam's pretty much an automatic KO. There you go. He's still not down. Now he's down. So yeah, the grab, you want to dash, and that's how you do it. Dash is the way to go. All right, so now you got the pizza monsters. Again, you don't have to worry about them. Pizza time. As long as you stay out of their way, you're fine. You don't have to hurt them. They just pass by. Alright, get these guys. So again, I mean, the Turtles games are fun. They're just not very deep. So like, this isn't like a Streets of Rage, you know, where you can manipulate things. It's pretty simple. Alright, Leatherhead, first boss. Alright, so... You are too immature to hang with me. You want to dodge his little attacks there. Alright, he got me. Alright, that's fine. Alright, notice how he's flashing? That means he's almost done. There he goes. I've been beaten by a bunch of teenage turtles. Of course he explodes, why not? That's what bad guys do. They blow up when they're defeated. Scene 2, a mysterious ghost ship. By the way, Night in the Woods has the heavy topic of derealization. Okay. Whoa, 8-Bit actually scooped up the game. Yes, he did. He did. By the way, derealization is a thing that makes everything feel fake in a way, like if the world is fake. Oh, you can actually put like a CRT filter. Oh, okay. Interesting. There's a strategy guide for the game. Alright, so the controls. So attack, jump, and dash. Okay. And you can actually rewind. Okay, so rewind in case I mess up real bad. I hit left bumper. Okay. Game options, right bumper. Ah, I see. Shotzi! Shots86. Hey, remember me? I recall the name. How are you, Shots86? Hope you're fine. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the NPL Video Game Club. We are checking out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection. This just came out earlier this week. It is available on Switch, PlayStation 4 or 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series SX, and PC. And yes, it's actually a real thing. Oh, yeah, for sure. Remember me from your Cuphead stream? Do you know, like, the one who told you about the filter for the room going to levels? Yes. I'm amazing. Thanks for asking. All right. How was your day? It's been fine. Yeah. You know, I actually stayed at home because Fridays, because I do these streams, I work from home. So I haven't gone out, but just been relaxing today. And I was looking forward to checking this out. So I think one of you, I forget who, was asking how the games play. So, so far, no slowdown. So far, I'm not really picking up any input lag here. So far, so good. But again, this is just one game. I should try Comic Colors. Let's see if... I don't think it'll let me do that now. I would have to do that in the menu. I'd have to reboot the game to be able to do that, yeah. Should I continue with Hyperstone Heist, or do you want me to continue with another game? Alright, so like in this case, Donatello has really good reach. So I don't have to worry. Alright, I don't want to hit that. I want to jump over that. I don't want to hit the obstacles. So as long as you don't go real fast, you'll be fine. Oh, I missed that. Oh. There you go. But yeah, since I'm already on stage 2, would you like me to continue with Hyperstone Heist? Or would you like me to jump to another game? Yeah, just to see how the variety is. Obviously, I'm not expecting to beat a game. I figure this is more of just like a, hey, let's just try out the game, see how they are. But up to you. Up to you. I will leave it to your choice again. I am just the vessel. You are the masters here, telling me what to do. Yeah, I'm definitely want to follow the crowd. You know, if you tell me to play another game, I'll go ahead and do that. My mom and me just went to my brother's preschool to get him. Nice, nice, cool. Oh yeah, especially this year, this week, people are starting school up again. Again, dash is your best friend. You wanna dash. It's usually how you deal with a lot of enemies. Especially if you can get that slam going. Alright, so you want to... See, for example, the grenades. You want to get them. There you go. I will catch up with the chat 1 sec. Alright, so that sign... Pretty sure it falls on you. Yep. Got my pizza. Divide and conquer. That's what these games are about. You don't want to hit everyone on head on. You want to take your time. Because if you rush, that's what's going to get you killed. Now these guys, if they're too far away, they will start throwing shurikens at you. You want to avoid that. Again, that slam is your best friend. Now, I'm trying to move. I don't want him to get me with the stars. Oh, yes, you gotta watch out for the, whoops. So see those little rubber band looking things on the floor? Those are planks that will hurt you. So you gotta walk around them. Alright. Boom. Again, these guys throw stars up in the air, so you want to be careful. Alright, let me catch up here. Hyperstone Heist. Hey, when are you going to do another Cuphead stream? Because I followed you, so I'm going to see all your streams on the iPad. Well, I like to leave votes. So what I did is a couple days ago on our Twitter, which is, if you look right above me, those are our social media handles. So NorwalkLoopCT on Twitter. I left a poll with a couple games. So Cuphead, the DLC, the last course, I think it's called, was one of the choices. Fall Guys, Sonic Origins, and then Turtles Cowabunga Collection, and this got 83% of the votes, so I gotta go with the votes. I personally voted for Cuphead, but again, you know, this is a thing where I like to leave the votes for the people who watch, and I try to do what the people would like me to play, and this game just came out this week. It literally just came out yesterday, so this is fresh, it's new. I mean, I would like to go back to Cuphead, yeah, because there's the DLC I got to do, but we shall see. Again, it depends on what the people want me to play. Why are you talking in chat as much as you were in the Cuphead stream? I'm not sure what you mean. What you going to do after Cuphead stream? When are you going to do another? Again, really depends on if I leave a vote and people want me to play it. That's really the main idea here. On the NPL Video Game Club, I do like to leave the votes up for the viewers. I know the Cuphead streams brought me some new, like for example, people such as yourselves who are Cuphead fans. I would like to do the DLC. Maybe next week. This is still brand new. I'll leave another vote up on our Twitter page in the coming days, and if people vote for Cuphead, yeah, I'll go ahead and do the DLC. Absolutely. He already beat Cuphead. He took the devil's offer and became evil. Initially, at first, yes, but then I fought the devil proper, and I did beat him. Welcome, Henry. How are you? Why are you asking? It's like asking someone, why are you talking? But again, yeah, it depends on if people want me to play the DLC. That's really what it boils down to. If no one votes for it, there were only 2 people who voted for it, me and somebody else. So, and then out of 12 votes, 10 people voted for the Cowabunga Collection. So, it's very popular this week. So I just got to go with what people ask for. So you're going to do a Cuphead stream or not? I'm not trying to say that rude. Well, again, it's basically depends on the votes. Because, NPL, the Video Game Club stream here that I do, it's not a Cuphead specific stream. I do try to change things up every week or so. I was doing Cuphead for the past, I think, 3 or 4 weeks just to beat the game. I was doing that, yeah. But since I beat the game already, I know the DLC is there. I don't know how long the DLC is, to be honest, because I haven't really looked at anything into it. I don't like to look at spoilers. But, if people don't want me to play Cuphead, if that's not what the votes go for, then, I just got to go with what the votes are. Please do Night in the Woods a chance. It is very underrated, but an amazing game. Yeah, I'll just have to see how much it goes for, because, all of these games are cutting out of my pocket. So, like, for example, if Night of the Woods is $20, $30, it's going to be a little tricky because I've never heard of it before. I know you're telling me it's good. Like, for example, Turtles, these are games I grew up with as a kid. So you're like, sure, it was a no-brainer. I'm gonna give the $30, $40, whatever. But yeah, the library doesn't pay me to play the game, like to buy the games. This is coming out of my own wallet. So I just need to do some research and see if it's something that I want to, pay the money for. If you want to see it, then vote for it. Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. Why can't you just choose? It's literally your video games, so like that's why. No, I understand that, but again, the reason why people come in and the reason why people check out streams, again, this is supposed to be a variety stream. So, like for example, if I just did only Cuphead ever, that's kind of going to limit the people that would be interested in seeing this. So I like to keep things fresh. Again, I had been doing Cuphead 3-4 weeks in a row the past 3-4 weeks. So this is kind of like a break in that. Where it's not just Cuphead every single week. You know what I mean? And again, I understand some people like to just play one game. But I do like to leave it in the hands of the viewers who vote. And again, I had placed a vote: Cuphead, Fall Guys, Sonic Origins Collection, and Cowabunga Collection. And like I said, Cowabunga Collection got 82-83% of the votes. So I just have to go with what the votes say. You know what I mean? Again, not anything negative towards Cuphead. It's just I am going by what the viewers decide. Because I had done Cuphead the past 4 weeks straight. So, that's 6 hours or so of Cuphead, 7 hours, which is fine. I can go back to it another day. Just today was the day that people decided for me to play Turtles. The reason I typed in H is because I wanted to see if I rejected a message. It was rejected on your screen too. Well, this isn't my personal channel, Shots. So this is the channel from the Norwalk Public Library, because I work at the Norwalk Public Library in Norwalk, Connecticut. So this is a program that we have at the library. This is something that I work there, and I told the bosses at the library, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we can get younger people who don't normally go to the library and let them know that, hey, we're not just books. We're not just, books. It's more. Video games. I do video games. I bring that to the table. I do video game events at the library. For example, last month, I did a swap meet, which is like a video game flea market. Had a couple hundred people come in to check that out. So it's just a way for us at the library to show that, hey, we're not just books. We're not just for older people. It's for all ages. We do a lot of things at the library. Video games, music, community events. Authors come in and talk about their books. We do food events. We do music events. Lots of things, So just a way to show that the library, we do different things, not just about books. Works for the public library, and he does gaming on Friday. Yep, thank you, AB Glitch. This is the library's channel. Yes, correct. That's his name. His friends call him Nori or Walker in real life. Ah. Yes, my name is Norwalk Public Library. My full name. Don't you forget it. I don't want to get hit by the barrels. So now you got to watch out with these guys because they have nunchucks. Or is it tonfas? I forget. Watch out for the barrels. Fool me once. But then you gotta be on your toes. Alright, so watch out for these guys. So these guys can be a pain. Alright, there you go. I should play a Game Boy Turtle. Yeah, so you know what I can do is after this stage is over, I could switch over to the Game Boy. Because I've actually never played the Game Boy Turtles, so that would be totally brand new to me. This game I've played, quite often when I was little. I had a couple friends who would own it for the Genesis. So yeah, this game is not new to me. But it may be new to some of you. Maybe you've never played it. And maybe you were wondering, hey, why is Hyperstone Heist so popular with Turtles fans? Well, as you can see, it's pretty fun. And again, with 2 players, these games are meant to be played with more than one player. So notice how I'm keeping things to the corners. This is a standard strategy with beat-em-up games. It's called crowd control. With these games, you'll get, you'll get attacked from all sides. And you want to try to keep things... Yep, see? You want to try to avoid these guys. The little tackles. Jump over them. That's what gets you, the tackles. You want to be careful with that. And see, I don't want him to throw his stars at me. And he got me anyways. Normally when you're doing a grab, you're okay, you're safe from that. You want to be careful. Again, mix and match where you're attacking from the front or back. Watch out for these stalagmites or things. Alright, watch out for that. See, these guys tend to block. But if you bum rush them, you'll eventually break through. Nope. You try to tackle me, but it's not going to work. Alright. Again, Donatello's got the reach, so that definitely helps. Alright. Rocksteady. Alright. You look delicious. I'm hungry for some turtle soup. Alright, he's got the charge. I'm gonna wait for the pizza. Jump over the tackle. Watch out. Jump over. Jump over. There you go. Rinse and repeat. Just watch out for the tackle and you're good. Oh, whoops, I missed what he said. Whoops. Alright, so yeah, I can move on to the Game Boy game, which Amphibious recommended or suggested, Shredder's Hideout. Let's see, how do I quit game? Let me just catch up here on the chat. Hey, you know, the live streamer, his YouTuber name is Justo. It's just go all day. He like never ends. He never reads chat. I just want to see if you knew him. Nope, never heard of him. I'm not very knowledgeable on streamers, to be honest. I don't really watch streamers, even though I'm doing a stream here for my job. But I don't, outside of friends who I know in real life who stream, I don't really look at streamers. But again, not knocking streamers. It's cool that, you know, there's a culture behind that. I just don't personally follow streamers. May I call you Nori Walkie Library? Hey, go ahead. Whatever, that's fine. I don't mind. Miss Chalice. Yes, that's the name of the character from the Cuphead DLC. I don't get how the turtles that are like little ninjas fighting, I just don't get it. Well, I mean, again, it's same thing with Cuphead. I mean, how can you believe that there's a cup who shoots things out of his fingers? I mean, that doesn't make much sense either, right? So you kind of just got to turn off your brain when it comes to these video games and comics, you know? Because if you do think about it too much, it's going to make your head melt. You should play Mario 64. So that game, again, I stream from computer. So I don't have an N64 for one. I don't have a Switch. Like, for example, I think Mario 64, I think, is available on the Virtual Console, right, for the Switch. But I don't have a Switch, so there's really no way for me to play Mario 64 on stream, because I don't have an official version of the game. Keep in mind that, you know, emulators and stuff, I mean, people use them. It's just because this is what I'm doing for work. I can't do anything illegal. I need to keep everything 100% and legitimate. That would be hard to stream, though, depending on what he would use to play. Yeah, I think Switch would probably be the easiest way to do it. Hey, Shachi, let's just be careful with what you say in the chat. I saw there was a thank you, Jetsen, for erasing the message, but yeah, there's no reason to call names or anything like that. You know, again, we're all just hanging out. We're all friendly with each other, and everybody has an opinion or whatever they want to write. That's totally fine. You should play Friday Nights at Freddy's. Well, that's a horror game, and I know a lot of kids play it. But technically, the game is not for kids. It is rated M for mature, so you're supposed to be 17. play that game. So here at the library, I keep everything rated T and under. And I'm not really looking to play a game that's supposed to scare you. Not really the vibe I'm looking for here. Turtle Soup, Rocksteady must be Hispanic. Yeah, right? He's looking for that elote. So Amphibia said on the Game Boy. So let me cycle through here. Ball of the Foot Clan is a Game Boy, as well as Back from the Sewers and Radical Rescue. So which of the 3 Game Boy games would you like me to play? Radical Rescue, Back from the Sewers, or Fall of the Foot Clan? Have you played this Ninja Turtle game before? Hyperstone Heist, yes. As I mentioned before, it's a game that I played when I was younger. So yes, I've played it many times. The games I have played, let me just tell you. I've played Turtles in the arcade. I've played Turtles in Time in the arcade. I've played Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo. Tournament Fighters I played on Genesis. Hyperstone Heist. And the NES Turtles game. Turtles 2 arcade for NES. And Manhattan Project. So I've played those. Let me switch back to the Game Boy games here. Play UHH. There's a Roblox game named Get a Snack at 4 a.m. I've never dealt with Roblox, and I never used Roblox, so it'd be kind of weird for me to play it because I have no idea what it's all about. I know it has like games, but the problem is a lot of those games, because they're made by gamers or kids, they use a lot of stuff that is copyright. So like they'll use actual music or things from movies that aren't exactly legal. So it's really tricky for me to kind of do that because, you know, I need to keep everything legal here. Practice bonus games. Okay. So again, this was Ultra Games. This is Fall of the Foot Clan. This came out in 1990. April has been kidnapped by Shredder. Oh, what a surprise. Turtles, you must save April. TMNT 2. Okay, I'll do that. Back from the Sewers. All right. So it's really cool that each game has a different background or wallpaper. That's pretty cool. Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. So this is 1991, came out 1 year later. Go to the options here and see normal. Okay, that's really all there is to it. It's alright, Amphibious. There, Shots is just having fun in the chat. It's all good. As long as he's not saying any bad words, it's all good. Alright, so I've never played this, so this is brand new to me. So let me see what this is all about. So, again, I could pick Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Leonardo. Who should I pick this time around? You tell me. Unless you want me to just go Donatello each time, but I will see what the chat says, and I'll go by it. Sam says Donatello. Okay. Do I have a second vote? Amphibious says Raph. Okay, so I got 1 and 1. Alright, you also wrote Leo. Okay, so I need a tiebreaker. Somebody needs to say Raph, Donatello, or Leonardo, and then that'll be the deciding factor. Jet said Raph. Alright, so doing Raphael. Alright, that's 2 for Raph. Alright. Act 1. Okay, gotta figure out. Alright, so I got jump, attack, drop kick, got a slide, so it's just playing the theme song from the cartoon. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's playing the theme song from the cartoon. Enemies get destroyed in one hit. Alright, alright. This guy... got him. Alright, this guy is a little bit tricky. Either Raphael is really strong where he can one-hit KO enemies, or the Foot Clan is just really weak. I don't know, you decide. He's just destroying people one hit. Like, not even a second thought. Boom. Alright, this guy... Alright, back on the city streets here. Alright, you can crouch. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so it's not a very deep game, but hey, you know, again, this was a portable system, so you gotta keep in mind it wasn't exactly the best thing. Alright, so I want to jump over the hole. I don't want to fall into it. You'll notice a lot of the buildings are repeating again. You know, portable systems weren't the best in terms of, like, graphics, so, you know, they needed to save space by repeating a lot of textures. Again, when you're a 7-8-year-old kid, you don't notice this stuff. Like, whatever. Alright, you tried to get me again. Goodbye, goodbye. So far the only enemy that's hit me has been the ones throwing those bombs up top. Alright, here's another one. Alright. Just wait for him to go away. I feel like I'm playing Fist of the North Star, because he's just destroying people in one hit. Can you jump? Yes, you can jump down. Okay. Oh, got hit twice. Alright. No reason to rush. Alright, boss time, I think. Or maybe not, into the next section. Alright, this guy's... something's going on here. You press start and it just says pizza time. Look at that. That's pretty funny. Let me catch up here on the chat. He plays the same song over and over. Why did you not pick Mikey? 2 people picked Raphael, that's why. Just going by majority votes. Again, you got to keep in mind, this portable systems back then, the hardware wasn't great, so that's why, you know, you would see a lot of games repeat the music. It's just the way games were back then. Hey, Shots, I just had to remind you again, please be careful about your language. That's the second time I'm seeing you saying things about somebody. You just have to be very mindful. I don't, you know, this community here, I do want to keep things very family friendly, very positive, and I don't want to bring any type of negative energy. So let's just consider that a warning. Again, I don't want to have to kick anybody, but I definitely can't also have anybody being negative here. So please, let's try to behave here. Do you know you can get a voice-operated chat? One song, when somebody types something, it will automatically go to you and it will say what the person typed in. I don't think anybody wants to hear a robot voice saying the chat over and over again. That's just me. I don't think that would really be anything that... It'd probably be more annoying than anything else, to be honest. You're 7 years old. Okay. Yeah, but let's just, you know, let's just be very mindful. I know you're 7, but, you know, I don't want to hear any bad language in the chat. You know, you've got to be very careful. Thank you, Jet Santan, for being on top of that. I appreciate it, man. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, yeah, Sam. Okay, yeah, I see that's your name. Okay. I mean, again, I can't force you to change your name, but, you know, I obviously don't want anybody to have any profanity or bad words in the chat or in their names. Anyways, back to the game. Back to me destroying people in one hit. Alright, so I'm going downtown here. Hold on. Back to KOing people in one hit. Single file, please. 1, 2. I really feel like Fist of the North Star. Some of you older folks who are watching, you might... Oh, alright. Sliding guys. Sorry, so I need to jump over them. Alright, that's the trick with them. So Fist of the North Star, the main character would defeat people in one hit. Because he's just super powerful. Enemy rush, here we go. Alright, keep them coming. Let's go, let's go. Thank you, Splinter. Appreciate it. Alright, what other oh, boss, Rocksteady. Oh wow, he might actually get me because I'm just not used to. Yeah, he's bumping into me. I'm running low. He got me. He got me. Wow. Raphael was captured. Look at that, he's behind bars. Wow. Alright. Well, someone said Mikey, so let me try Mikey. If he's any better. Can I just get him in a loop? Looks like I can. Alright, got him. There's no real strategy, you just gotta, like, outwin him there. Rescue game, alright, so you get to rescue Raph, I guess. Couldn't beat him. Oh wow, you have a persistent life bar too. Wow, that stinks. So it's like the old NES game where the turtles have permanent life bars and you gotta save them. Yeah, 10 FPS, breaking the processors here. Absolutely. I mean, you can go to dinner, buddy. There's no reason, you don't have to tell me. You do what you want. I don't have any rules for anybody here. You can do whatever you want, buddy. You need to go have dinner, go ahead. Alright, let me try Donatello here. Alright, skateboard time. Alright, so you don't get to move a lot, so that's... Somehow the bullets homed in on me, that's crazy. So the game can either be really easy or really hard because it's really rigid. See, I'm already at halfway my health. Alright, boom. Now, you're gonna take a lot of cheap hits. Alright, now I gotta watch out for barrels. Whoop. Oh. The jumping is very slow in this game. Yeah. A lot of cheap hits. And you really have a lot of mobility, so you're gonna get hit. Again, it's a portable game. I'm not expecting anything crazy. But yeah, it is pretty hard to avoid things, especially when you're in motion. But not a lot of input lag. I'm not seeing input, so that's good. Bebop. Oh boy. Oh my word. Wow. Yeah. Wow, fighting these bosses is really, really tough. Oh, that stinks, shots. Hopefully your iPad is still okay. Alright, I think I can still fight Bebop here. Oh, we gotta do the whole stage? Okay, I was gonna say, wait a minute. No, Amphibious, that's not very nice to say. I hope it didn't crack, that's not nice. Ugh. There's not a lot of room to maneuver here, so... See, he's gonna bump into me anyways. Alright, he's at 3. I'm at 2. Oh boy. Oh boy. Got him with 1 hit left. Wow. Right to the wire. Down to the absolute wire. I gotta try to rescue. Every time you get hit, you lose time. Yeah, wow. That's tough. Yeah, that's a really rigid game. I don't know how you're gonna beat that. That's pretty tough. Amphibious, please, let's behave. I don't want anyone to start talking negatively about anybody. You know, again, like I said before, this is supposed to be a positive space. I don't want to bring any negative energy here, so no reason to joke on anyone, alright? That's not cool. It's not even about joking, it's just still, there's no space for it around here, you know? Alright, so what should I do next? I guess tournament fighters, huh? Just to see how the fighting game works. Alright, so playable bosses, yeah, I have that on. Maximum speed, yeah, turn that on. 10 credits, sure thing. Alright, tournament fighters, here you go. Fighting game with turtles. Alright, so this is 1993. And I know, again, I played this on Genesis. I did not play this on Super Nintendo, so this is new to me. 5 credits, yep. So let me see how this works. Controls. Normal kick, A. High kick, B. Normal punch, X. Fierce punch, Y. Alright. Cool. So let's see, tournament. Or story battle. Every game pixelated. Well, keep in mind, every game in the Turtles collection is older, so yes, none of them are 3D games. See, Leo, Mike, Don, or Raph. Not sure who to pick, but you know what? I haven't been really Leo, so let me give Leo a try. The evil Shredder has been driven from New York City. The streets of New York City are calm once again, but a new player is in town. A cold heart. Oh, whoops. Reporter April O'Neil is already missing. The Turtles will soon realize that someone else close to them has been kidnapped as well. Alright, so they're just chilling. I'm holding your friends. If you want to see them again, you must bow before the forces of the Shredder Elite. Karai. Oh, great. Who is this Karai, anyway? And what's with the Shredder Elite? Who cares who they are? They've got April and Splinter. We've got to find them. Alright, time to go out in the blimp. I hope you guys can hear this. Splinter and I are safe for now. We're in some sort of art museum. Uh-oh, someone's coming. I hope you get this message before... Sounds like she was cut off at the source. We'd better find the art museum in a hurry. Alright, he just jumped off the blimp, and I guess this brings you to the first fight. Turtles. Alright, ha, have you decided to join with us? Never. Let's fight, Metalhead. I'm sending you back to the scrap heap. Alright. Here we go. Oh wow, this is really fast. Holy smokes. This is insanely fast. This is like on rewind. Holy smokes. Yeah, okay, so I picked the highest speed, and I did not realize it was like this. What? This is near unplayable. Holy smokes. That is insanely fast. Hey guys, please let's calm down with the name calling here. That's, again, I mentioned this before. This is not what I want to see in the chat. I understand you're younger and that's okay, but you know, I do have, and again, because we're at the library, we do have a standard here for what's going on in the chat. So if I continue to see that happening, I'm going to have no choice but to remove you guys from the chat. I don't want to do that. So let's please, you know, let's stop doing the name calling and stuff like that, please. So let's just behave. But yes, this is speed number 3, which is insanely fast. Like, I don't even know what to do with this stuff. And I lost that. Not that I have to stop streaming. Well, I mean, I will stop streaming anyways, because it's almost 6 o'clock. I only go for 2 hours here. But still, I don't want anything to, Oh my god, he is just stomping me here. This is, yeah, this is way too fast a speed to, like, even do anything. And he's literally dodging all my attacks. I got one more hit, and I'm done. Yep. He got me. Well, again, Super Nintendo, this was a long time ago, so, you know, it's a different... Can't believe... Oh, he beat me, yeah. But yeah, a long time ago. So you know what? I'm gonna let that go. Game over. And I'm gonna switch that speed because wow, that is rough. Let's go normal speed. I think is the way to go here. All right, so back to story, and let me try. Michelangelo this time, or Donatello, see what happens. Alright, so back to the story, and I think Metalhead should be the first fight again. Oh no, it's actually a different one. Wahaha, Turtles, join our elite group or feel the agony of defeat. It's your choice. What? We'll never join you. Let's beat him so we can find April and Splinter. Alright. It's gonna be a lot slower now. And this is on the lowest difficulty setting. And they're still demolishing me. Wow. Alright, I got him in a grab. He did a dragon punch thing. Wow. So the AI is very broken in this game, even on the lowest difficulty.
Round 2. Fight.
Pretty wild. Because if I throw the... He's always going to jump over the... There we go, finally. He's literally always going to jump over my projectiles. Like so. Got him. There you go. Hey, Linneo, what's up? Happy Friday to you. Hey, Logan, what's up, buddy? I'm playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, which just came out this week. So this is on computer, but it is available on Switch, PS4, PS5, both Xbox One and Series S. Hope you're having a good Friday. Yeah, see, he always jumps over that, no matter what. Got him. They should have just made the TMNT's dialogue. I'm just gonna beat you. I beat him, yeah. Yeah, but this is the easiest difficulty. They're hard. Where are they? I don't know. I'm sorry. They don't tell me anything. But yeah, it's pretty cheap. Like, I'm used to fighting games being cheap, but that's really cheap. Is it crossplay? No. None of these games are crossplay. There's online play for some of the games, but only with, you know, if I'm on PC, only with other PC players. If you're on Switch, only other Switch players, so on and so forth. Ratman, Rat King. Alright.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, Rat King. Oh, grab. Ouch. Alright. Oh, I grabbed him too. Alright, he's got me in a loop now. Oh boy. Wait a minute. See how he's just doing the same attack over and over again? Got him. Whew. He was just doing the dropkick over and over again.
Round 2.
Oh, is that Rat King? Because he's wearing purple, but... Oh, jeez. Look at how much damage that takes. Wow. He's just doing the same attack. Wow. So yes, the AI is very cheap. They're just programmed to do the same attacks.
Round 3. Fight.
Very much like a Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I want to try to get him in a grab, but that seems to be the best way to deal with him. So he just does his dropkick. Oh boy. Throws do a lot of damage in this game. If I can get him in like a throw loop, that'd be... Oh, he got me. No? Wow. And he got me. Ugh. One hit, too. Look, he had no health on his life bar. Not sure what you guys are talking about. Battery counts? Let me give him one more try, and then they'll probably wrap up here. Let me try Raphael. See how he is here. Is it going to be somebody else, though? It might not be Rat King anymore. Oh, it is Rat King. Okay. Amphibious, you don't need to keep repeating the same things over and over, buddy.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, okay. So I got like a M. Bison charge there. Oh, he's dizzy. Wait a minute. Got him. How'd I do that dash in the beginning? I thought that was a half circle, but he seems to do his fireballs like that.
Round two. Fight.
Seems to be, Henry. Absolutely. Surprisingly, he's not jumping over it. How'd I do that M. Bison dash, though? That's my question. What other attacks does he have? Oh, alright, there's one. Okay. I wasn't sure how I did like a spiral dash before. Thank you, Linnea. Thank you. Alright, so Raphael seems to be pretty OP with that fireball, like Henry said. We found the Sky Palace. Ooh, look at that, one of the evil turtles here. Yo, bro, it's not too late. You can still join us. I won't join an organization like yours. Who takes hostages for fun?
Round one. Fight.
Oh boy. Well, he's got what I got. Okay, so you gotta hold... You gotta hold back for that one. Alright. He grabbed me. Alright. So the spiral is like M. Bison, you just need to hold it back. Back then forward.
Round two. Fight.
Throw him. Spiral. Whoa, he threw me. Alright, wait a minute. Got him. Yeah, how is school for you guys? You've had how many days of school this week? 2? 3?
Round three. Fight.
He's dizzy again. Corner pressure, baby. So it's interesting, the drill attack does more hits when you block it than when you actually take the hit. Not coming out of your room? Oh, you want to come out of your room? Come on. Always nice to get some sunshine. Thunderdome. Where are you going next? Hey, we found the Thunderdome. Alright, one more match. Then I'll wrap it up, because considering I got a groove here at RAF, see how far it takes me. Hey, you want to rescue her? I won't let you. Hang on, April. I'll rescue you as soon as I take care of this guy. Right, he's floating, and time to do my spiral. Got him. I know you guys are having fun with the emojis, but let's not spam the chat with emojis now. Come on.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, I forget the name of this guy. He's... Oh, whoops. Wait a minute. Yeah, see how it takes like 5 hits when you're blocking it? Get him. One more hit. Goodbye. Alright, it's cool you got vids on your channel. That's fine. Yeah, let's be mindful of the emoji spam now. Yeah, well, Raphael is very broken. More so than the other turtles. So yeah, he definitely makes it easy. I got April. April, did they do anything bad to you? Thank you, I'm alright. You must hurry. I think they took Splinter to the art museum. Hurry. Okay, let's go straight to the museum. So if you play Tournament Fighters on Super Nintendo, Raphael is who you want to be. Hey, we found out the art museum. I don't think they mean found out, they just mean found. It's kind of a typo there. Actually, wait, I gotta get revenge on this guy. He beat me. Beat me real bad. Aren't you the guy who took the rest of my friends? That's us. We came to get our master back. Let's fight. Alright, I need revenge. He beat me real bad before, when the game was on super speed, so... Let's see if I can beat him now. Get my sweet revenge. He was fighting a little bit more, but one more round.
Round 2. Fight.
All right. Gotcha. Sweet revenge. I feel good now. All right, well, that's enough of that. Because if I keep going, I'm already over time here. But I'm just going to back out here. And so, yeah, that is the Cowabunga Collection. So this, again, as I mentioned, it is available on Steam, Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. It is also on PS4, PS5. Yeah, check it out if you were interested. If you're a Turtles fan, or if you are want to check out the history of Turtles games. You know, there's a reason why a lot of these games are very popular, or they were very popular when they came out in the 80s and 90s. But yes, it is all 2D stuff. But let me give a thank you to everybody who popped in the chat today. Sam, thank you for stopping in. Amphibious Gaming, Jetsen10, thank you for doing the moderation and erasing some of the unscrupulous messages in the chat. Thank you so much. Square Pegs, my man, thank you for stopping by. 8-Bit Glitch 79. Oh, Aleki, I saw there was a chat. I just missed it just from all the chat going on today. I'm so sorry. Let's see, who else am I missing here? Linnea, thank you so much for stopping by. Shots86, thank you for coming on by. Henry, thank you for stopping in. And let me see if there's anybody else here that I am not seeing. I believe that is all for today. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through the chat here to see. But thank you for everybody who came in. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Waves and Games, what's up, buddy? Literally wrapping up the stream. How are you today? Totally missed everything. Next week I'll be here. Oh, it's all good, buddy. No obligation to be here, but thank you so much for stopping by nonetheless. If you were interested in checking out the Cowabunga Collection on Steam, if you click on the description below underneath the stream here, there is a link to the game on stream. If you could also click the thumbs up button, that lets my bosses at the library know that this is a pretty good deal, and we keep doing it. So thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. And just as a reminder, let me leave a message again. The Norwalk Public Library, we are closed on Monday, September 5th. So that'll be this coming Monday in observance of Labor Day. So don't show up because no one will be at the door. We will be open again starting Tuesday, September 6th. But nonetheless, yeah, thank you for stopping on by. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, we will see you here next week on the NPL Video Game Club. We are here every Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the NPL YouTube channel. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. That way you get notifications when we go live every Friday for the Video Game Club. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on in. On behalf of the library, this is Aldo signing off. I hope you have a safe and fantastic week. Please be kind to each other. Random acts of kindness do so much for the world and so much for the people around you. So be good to one another, and I will see you here next week. Take care, everybody.